here at Déjà BU in Caraquet. It's a very trendy, cool wine bar, and we are sitting with the owner right now. He has 250 bottles of wine by the bottle. We have about 17 wines to choose by the glass, along with featured wines and whatnot. It's amazing, just absolutely amazing. Blew my mind that I could find this kind of thing way up north in New Brunswick.
We had some delicious food. We came in and we were greeted by amazing service. It was really neat, the architecture in here. Feels like there's a lot of personal attachments here, and I think for yourself there's actually one of the dishes that's completely your inspiration.
Yeah, what I call here is fun cuisine, because we're in a small market with Caraquet, 5,000 people, Acadian Peninsula, 50 plus. I get a lot of customers from batters now, but I want a menu that was using local products, some fine dining products, but in a casual setting. There's no tablecloths here. Although we use like fine china, Riedel glassware, etc., etc. We have over 250 wine on the list. That's not including everything. I wanted a restaurant for regulars to come, because you need the regulars and local, and then something to surprise the tourists when they come around. So this bar clam poutine, the menu, I worked with my friend Andrew Stevens, that was at the time at Little Louis in Moncton.
Okay.
That's now out west. It's somebody I worked when I was in Calgary. It's a long story there. But the menu is a gourmand menu. But coming back to the poutine, all our fries are cooked in duck fat, which is the best fries ever.
Awesome.
But the idea,
we just indulged in a lot of fries. Thanks for telling us that.
What he's explaining, we just indulged in, and that's probably
the menu per se, it's all fun stuff, and we want people to relate it. The lamb's shepherd's pie, and we have lobster mac and cheese and things like that. We're actually featured on the Food Network last winter with all those heavy, rich food style. But those things I worked with Andrew. But the bar clam poutine or surf clam poutine, it's truly mine, and that's the thing I'm most addicted to. Here we have like fancy food, foie gras, whatever. I can get whatever I want, but the thing I'm addicted to, that's real small dish poutine. Yeah. Basically, it was when I grew up, my mom, she has a catering service. We used to make the seafood pie, but also the bar clam pie, which is a mix of the bar clam and brine. You know, that looks kind of weird, but it's quite addictive even on its own. And then, if you have that saltiness, that sauce, that brown sauce over fries, instead of using the crust, you use good fries with the cheese curd and then the gravy. It'd be kind of very good. And actually, that's what just happened. And it's
so
really
the cheese curds are from the fromagerie, which
we
also
cheese curds. So it's.
I was going to say we have a big focus on local right now. So what can you tell us that how does Déjà BU support local?
Well, I just like. The bar clam poutine is a perfect example. Just in front of us is Maisonnette, and there's a big sandbar. And when the tide goes down, you can see the people actually fishing for the bar clam. Wow. And when it's windy this way, you can almost smell the bar clam. So, and bar clam, I was in Toronto in a show not too long ago, and people see that in a jar or at the fish market, and they don't really use it. But around here, I have to say, for me and my mom, it is the secret ingredient. Bar clam in a seafood chowder or in the different things like a seafood pasta.
It's that saltiness.
People don't tend to use it, but the one in brine, the fresh one, I like to eat them just like sashimi like, but the one in brine with the saltiness, and because they've been broiled, they're really soft and tender, and it makes a great addition. We use the juice here in the poutine sauce, so that's. I'm saying too much already, so I'm just going to drink.
I have to ask you one thing though. You're very talented at what you're doing. What keeps you in New Brunswick?
Well, before my last job, which I was the head sommelier, official sommelier for NB Liquor, I studied in Montreal, worked in Montreal. I worked in Jasper, Banff, Relais Chateau, Five Diamond, big hotels and everything. And when I took a break and went for government, and I did that I thought at first I was going to do that for a couple of years, and I did 7. And it was a great experience, great exposure for me, a lot of good stuff. But at the end of the day, you can always take the guy out of the restaurant, but you cannot take the restaurant out of the guy. This spot was open here. It was an old bar, basically a dump, I have to be honest. Even my dad, which is a contractor, thought it was crazy, but we did this beautiful space in 4 months because my dad's a contractor, my uncle electrician, etc., etc. So it's a big family project. It did happen very quickly, and asked me if I would do this again. Yeah, 100%. And I have to say thanks to all the people that helped me in the process, including the owners of the building, and they truly believe in my project. We always strive for tourists outside the province, but I think the future of New Brunswick tourism or maritime tourism is having people from the Maritime or from New Brunswick coming to different cross-section of the province and learning of what we do really good, because
this is our first time in Caraquet, our first time having bar clams, definitely our first time having this kind of style of poutine, and it's amazing. I actually lived in Bathurst for a little while in Belgium, and I've never been here, so it's, we truly...
It's worth exploring. It's something that every New Brunswicker should do.
And I think he has like a side name, a really cool nickname, so if you actually do come to Déjà BU, you should ask for Bobby Christmas.
Well, because I'm a little bilingual, and then when I used to do my old job, or even when I worked in Tofino, my friends were used to stop by the table and say, "Oh, it's a little LBC for you," and the customer would look at them and say, "Well, what do you mean? Well, little Bobby Christmas, from the Maritime." So Robert Noel, Bobby Christmas. I hope you come to Déjà BU, and thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.